This is the weather forecast video for Saturday, August the 27th, 2011. Let's take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see some cloudiness west of the state with the monsoonal flow coming out of the desert southwest. But the big story across the country is Hurricane Irene, Category 2 storm, heading toward the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Here's the watch warning map from 12:30 this morning. You can see hurricane and tropical storm watches and warnings across the eastern seaboard from South Carolina straight up to Maine. Some tornado watches there as well. Otherwise, the nation was quiet. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock, shows the heaviest precipitation will be along the eastern seaboard, where up to a foot of rain will be possible. Across the state, little if any. Let's take a look at the 0Z GFS Model Run at 1 p.m. today. You can see Hurricane Irene will be off the North Carolina coast at that time. We'll have a ridge to the southwest of the state with a northwesterly flow aloft. High pressure will be coming into the state, so we'll see some cool conditions, highs in the upper 70s to low 80s with dew points a few degrees either side of 60. Sunday, Irene is now up into the New England states. Across the state here, there could be a very isolated shot at a shower over the west, otherwise it'll be dry. Monday still remains mostly dry across the state with highs in the lower to possibly middle 80s with increasing dew points. Tuesday, a storm system will be just to the west of the state, could bring the western part of the state maybe a shower or storm, 20 to 30% shot at that with highs in the mid 80s. Wednesday, same story, southerly winds, humidity will begin to increase with a warm frontal boundary moving through. Highs will be in the mid 80s. Thursday, low pressure over the Dakotas, southwesterly winds aloft. Temperatures will be heating up, highs in the mid 80s to maybe lower 90s with dew points approaching 70. Friday, that frontal system begins to move in our direction. It'll be over northwestern Iowa by Friday afternoon, which could kick off some showers and thunderstorms that could affect some high school football games next week. A week from today, a pretty normal west-east flow with a bit of a dip over the western Great Lakes and again over New England. At the surface, that frontal system will have cleared the state or will be clearing the state Saturday morning with high pressure moving in and temperatures dropping back at least into the 80s. We move further into Voodoo, September the 7th. A vortex off the Pacific Northwest coast. Otherwise, the main storm track will be up into Canada. And with that, most of the nation will be rather dry with another tropical system well into the Atlantic and another possibly over the western Gulf of Mexico. And at the end of the forecast, on September 11th, a ridge developing over the Pacific Northwest, main storm track still into Canada and then into New England, and with that, it still looks rather dry across the country with no real storm systems or frontal systems affecting the Midwest and the country. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.